What up? What up? This Mike from 15 Man. Bring you another episode with my man Justin Pierce.
What up? What up?
Uh, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Blessed.
Yeah.
Blessed to
So
be here.
I'm gonna let Justin talk to y'all. I know he got quite the journey, so I'm interested in hearing about it. I know y'all want to hear about it. I'm gonna let him talk about it, but this is a special episode for me too, because we both from 757, so he played his high school ball down at Green Run down in Virginia Beach. So I'm from Norfolk. So I was happy to coordinate with him and get an interview scheduled with him. So I'm gonna let him talk. Like I said, he played high school ball at Green Run, but so just give us a rundown where you started at, how you got involved in playing ball, and tell us your journey.
Uh, as you said, I played at Green Run High School. Not an easy place to play any sport, as you know, and I know in the 757, especially in that area, is not, the safest. But I was able to make it out and grind out to Avery University from there, which is a D3 school in the USA South Conference. From there, I had I want to say like a 6-year hiatus where I didn't have any job offers overseas, any pro jobs. So just kind of grinding and, honing in my skills as a basketball player and off the court stuff as well, just trying to figure out my other interests and things that I'm actually good at.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think I moved to California maybe 2015 after hitting a bunch of walls in Virginia. You know how tight the community is, the basketball community rather is
Yeah.
in Virginia Beach, and I didn't play in the AAU circuit,
Mm-hmm.
so it got even smaller or more closed off for me. So I just I needed a fresh start somewhere where people didn't know me, but I could get the most out of it, and I thought California was the best place. So 2015, I moved out there, grinded until I want to say the year of COVID, 2018, 2019. I received, I think right before the world went into shutdown, I received my first offer in Costa Rica, and I've been playing ever since.
Okay, that's what's up. So I know you say you high school Green Run, but what about growing up? I know you came from Florida before Virginia, right?
So my mom was in the military. I was in Florida, Lehigh Acres,
Uh-huh.
small little area. I lived with my grandmother while she was in and out of being docked. She was overseas, come back, come get us. So I was there until about 12 or 13 years old, and when my mom got stationed at Virginia Beach. But this journey really started when I was like 4 years old, bro. Like
Yeah.
my mom was traveling and stuff, we only had our uncles and cousins and stuff, so the best thing for us was get our friends. Like we lived not too far from it's a park called it's called Lehigh no, I'm sorry, Veterans Park,
Okay.
literally like right behind my grandmother's house, and like baseball field, basketball court. A couple of years later they ended up turning the empty lot behind it into like a middle school for arts, and they had a rec center within it. So every day we're doing something.
Yeah.
Football, basketball, soccer, kickball, because we had just like this big plot of land to us. And not a lot of kids are able to have that at such a young age, especially growing up in a single parent home.
Yeah.
Guys are struggling to be able to do certain things, but luckily I had that community around me to be able to kind of explore different sports, explore my childhood, and have like an actual childhood, and not feel the the pressures of coming from a single parent home.
Yeah. So I know. So coming from Florida, when did you realize? 'Cause I know you say you came to Green Run High School your freshman year. Did
Yeah.
you start off playing like rec ball or county ball, anything like that, or?
So yeah, we had rec ball
Uh,
when I was in Florida. I played a couple of years of that,
uh,
but I knew that I knew that there was more to basketball than just playing rec ball and playing with my friends. And then obviously my uncle's introducing basketball to me through the likes of Magic Johnson, Kareem, you know, the old guys.
Yeah.
And obviously, as I'm growing up and starting to really enjoy basketball, the Kobe Bryants, you know, so that's where like as I started playing more and more with my friends, like I just I could feel myself gravitating to it. Like,
Mm.
you know, like I could feel like, bro, I could do more in this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't have no skills training now. Like my skills training come from YouTube, bro. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like watching highlights, watching AI, watching Kobe, watching Mike. Like, you know,
Hmm.
like I didn't have no real skills training background. So like
Yeah.
I'm feeling like this and I'm like a real raw talent
Yeah.
of playing, you know, multiple sports with my friends. And so like
Uh,
I don't know, man. There's just something about basketball, bro. As growing up, I just I gravitated towards it, and I've been sticking with it ever since. It's literally like one of my first loves.
yeah. So when you got the green run your freshman year, did you just was you discovered or you just like I'm gonna go try out for the team or
Yeah, that was the only goal, bro. Like,
yeah,
if I'm moving out here, I got to make the team.
yeah. Like you ain't like did anybody come to you or you just like I'm gonna go out here, they got trials, I'm gonna go try out.
So my mom did a pretty good job of like helping us because she knows we play sports, so she wanted to make sure that you know at the time that we were moving, she she made sure that she knew when all trials were happening.
Hmm.
And, you know, it just so happened that we moved like right before Thanksgiving when basketball trials are going on.
Yeah.
And she was like, hey, you know, you only got a couple days, but basketball trials, like in a couple days, I need you to, you know, if you guys if serious about doing this, like this is the date. And luckily she had, you know, some military friends that helped her out as well. So yeah, it
Uh,
was like off the plane, or sorry, we drove, um, get the house packed up, get your room cleaned up. 2 days, you got to make sure you have all your stuff. Let's hoop. You
yeah.
know, like, and, you know, I don't know what to expect. This is my first like real tryout. I didn't have to try out for AU because I didn't play.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, sure, I'm just gonna go my raw talent. I'm like, I play every day. I play soccer. I play, you know, I play football. Like, I should be
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, yeah. So describe that process like the trial. Once I know, so obviously you made the team and so describe your journey through high school. So I know you went to D3 afterwards. So uh, was you heavily recruited out of high
So,
school or all right, so yeah, just talk about your journey through Green Run and what that process was like and how your recruiting went.
um, you know, obviously I made the team in Green Run. But it wasn't. People think like you know people don't. For the ones that don't know what like Green Run really is, like Green Run or Virginia Beach really is like a hub for NFL guys.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not a place where a lot of NBA guys are birthed. You know, like the guys that make it to the NBA are the guys that come out of like Hampton, you know, area Bethel areas like that,
Yeah.
and you know for our program, we were doing pretty well. You know, like I'm a freshman. I made my JV team. We're working up, and you know, junior year comes and it's like, okay, it's time for me to move up to varsity because I'm playing better. I'm understanding like organized basketball a lot better,
Yeah.
and you know, I actually was hit with the hurdle my junior year. They wasn't sure how to utilize me with the
Yeah.
coach that was coaching. You know, so they were like kind of floating me through JV and varsity my junior year in the first couple of weeks. And I'm just like, hey man, like, you know, I'm practicing with the same guys. I'm I'm training with some of my peers. Like I should have the respect enough to at least be on varsity like full time. You know, like even
Hmm.
if I'm just a practice player getting reps up, I should be with y'all. Like I
Yeah.
shouldn't be floating from game to game. Like, you know, and they realized that maybe a month into the season, moved me to varsity permanently. And you know, it was kind of rough for me because I didn't at that like I knew I wanted to play college ball, but
Hmm.
in that moment, it's just like I don't know how to go about it because my team doesn't even respect my game enough to put me on, like, outright put me on varsity, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, so that summer, I kind of like just hit the ground running, bro. We was playing every day. I'm talking from sun up to sundown, 7 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Just getting it
Yeah.
in with all the varsity guys, all their friends from across the way, you know, like we just really getting after it, bro. Like, and I'm in the gyms with like BJ Jenkins, all them dudes, like, you know, like I'm in awe because like these big bros for me, you know,
Yeah.
like, and so you get go through a summer of that, and midsummer, Coach Herb, he decides he doesn't want to they don't want to have him anymore. They
Mm.
bring in Coach Harris. And Coach Harris turned out to be a blessing in disguise for my senior year because he was one of those guys, like, though I was still a pretty raw talent, he like took a liking to me.
Okay.
Like he was like, "Oh, you got a lot of things utilize. We can put you on the floor and we know what we're gonna get from you." And you know, I was more of a 3-and-D guy
Yeah.
my senior year. I enjoyed the challenge. Like I'm starting, bro. Like, you know, this is my dream. Like now I can get recruited. You know what I mean? Like now
Exactly.
I can be put on the map.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm guarding guys. I'm guarding the best guys every night. I'm asked to, you know, make plays when I need to, um, slash and do the things. You know, just play winning basketball.
Hmm.
And you know, that same year, right after my senior year was finished, I didn't have any real looks. But in the spring, I had a vacation that we went to go visit our family in Florida,
Hmm.
and at the same time there was a Nike camp going on, and so I went to the Nike camp.
Okay.
I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna kill it, and I'm gonna try to get D1 or whatever is given to me. And
Yeah.
I did my thing. I actually
Okay.
ended up getting an offer to Georgia Southern. But you know, I'm young and dumb, bro. Like I don't know the college recruitment thing. I don't know how none of that works. Nobody's giving me a pamphlet on, you know, how to go about with your recruiting. Like how do I commit? Like the things that I'm
Uh-huh.
like that you're supposed to do, you know? And I ended up losing that scholarship because I didn't commit early enough.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, I was, you know, and I was devastated because I just knew I'm going to college, bro. Like that's all I know. A full ride, you know, getting I'm good.
Yeah.
And so that fell through. That fell through, and Coach Harris was like, "Hey, man, I don't know if you signed to Georgia Southern yet, but this school has been recruiting you since December."
Hmm.
And it was a school that I ended up attending at Averett University. Uh,
Okay.
you know, Coach Allen had been following me. Coach Harris is also from Danville, Virginia, so it
Mhm.
helps. He had connections there, and you know, when he found out that I was available, he was like, "Yo, we got to get you for a visit right now. Like, I want you to see the campus, see if you were good." Like, you know, at that time, Averett had came off like back-to-back conference championships,
Okay.
and they had birth like prior, they had birthed their first NCAA appearance,
Mm.
tournament appearance. And so I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm coming. Like, I don't have any other looks.
Yeah.
So of course I'm coming. Like, this is a
Yeah.
chance for me to continue my career and really figure out how to play basketball the right way and, you know, figure out who I am on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and, you know, fast forward, I ended up committing to Averett. I stayed there all 4 years. Coach Allen ended up going to be the head assistant at High Point University, right? No, not, I'm sorry, not High Point. What's the military school up north? The Army school up north.
West Point
West Point.
in New York.
Um, yeah, yeah, he's the head assistant there. I think still to this
Okay.
day. Uh, But he was like, Justin, man, like, you know, this was at the end of my sophomore year. He was like, bro, you've improved so much. And like,
Hmm.
he's a hard nosed, like, that's what, like, he should be at West Point. Like, he's so militant. He's going to beat your face, you know, like, it is crazy, bro. But like, you know, he sat me down, you know, as we're having our exit meetings, and he's just like, you know, Justin, you've been improving throughout the years. You know, I've really enjoyed coaching you, and I believe that if you can handle me as a coach, you can handle anyone. You can be anywhere you want to be. I was like, I feel you. I
Yeah.
want to go with you. Like I'm trying to, you know, like, you brought me in. I'm supposed to be with you the whole time, all 4 years, bro. Because like,
Yeah.
you know how, you know, for us, we grew up in an era of loyalty. You know, like
Hmm.
Kobe Bryant, 20 years, Tim Duncan, 20 years. You know, Manu
Yeah.
was all that, and
Dirt,
so
all them.
I don't plan on. Yeah, I don't. But you know, you don't get taught. Like for us, we didn't get taught that basketball is still a business at the end of the day, even
Yeah.
at the collegiate level.
Uh-huh.
And you know, he made his decision to go to West Point. I decided to stay. They brought in another guy called Matt Park, who
Hmm.
also believed in me. We had our bumps in the road, but you know, it turned out to be good for me because I learned what true discipline was under both of them.
Yeah.
And you know, towards my senior year, like you could really start seeing everything kind of come together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm top four in scoring in the country. I'm doing what
Okay.
I'm supposed to do. I'm growing the right way. Yeah, it's probably time I take that next step. Like, you know, coach, what we doing? Like,
Yeah.
help me get overseas, get to the NBA. Help me, bro. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And you know, his biggest thing was, you know, the school,
Mhm.
and I'm okay with that. I have no problem with going to school, going to class. Like, I actually enjoy learning, but at that time, I'm like, I can come back to school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care nothing about this. Like, I want to play pro. I want to play now because like I know my life expectancy as a professional player is short.
Yeah.
So it's like, listen, bro, like just help me, bro. Like I'll graduate when I need to graduate, bro. That's in God's timing, bro. But like help me. Like put me in a position where I can succeed, you know,
Mhm.
or at least put myself in a position to feel like I can succeed, you know?
Yeah.
And it just didn't pan out that way. So, which is honestly looking back at it was a blessing in disguise because I am the professional I am now because of it.
Hmm.
Like I had to start doing my own research, hitting up agents, hitting up teams, hitting up, you know what I'm saying, hitting up the guys I
Oh,
think are going to help me.
so you were
And
just
you know, I
hungry.
still do. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just trying to get, bro. I was gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's all. I didn't have no. There was no plan B. Plan B was plan A. Plan
Uh-huh.
C was just rearranging to get back to plan A. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I wasn't. I had no other plan. Like this has to work because
Yeah.
I know it can work. You know, so it just like said it turned me into the player I am today. The guy off the court because I still do the same things to this day, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
before the seasons end, like I'm on my fifth season now. Before seasons end, like a month before season end, I'm hitting my agent. I'm hitting teams. I'm hitting former GMs. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I need somebody. I'm getting ready to finish around this. Like, because of that, because of not having those handouts, for lack of better word,
Exactly.
I was able to kind of hold myself into this pro player that people see now. Like, and like, you know, I just didn't make any excuses for myself when I was doing it either. Like, okay, I don't have no help. I just don't have no help. I'm just gonna go get it. Like, I'm gonna figure out how to get some help. You
Yeah.
know, and I think that's why a lot of like, especially now, a lot of teams gravitate towards me because I don't need help, bro. Like I need God, and that's it. Like I'm gonna go with that, and whatever
Gotcha.
happens within the journey is what happens, and we just and just kind of bounce from that.
So I wanted to talk. So what gave you that confidence? Because if you look at it, coming from Green Run, like I said, you only had really like one offer, Georgia Southern, and that when
Right,
that fell through, you went to Avery. But looking at it, a lot of kids and even a lot of people on the outside looking in would probably look at him like, well, he ain't heavily recruited, so he probably ain't that good, or like, so how does he expect to go to the next level and even take that
right.
chance of going all the way out to college when you wasn't like heavily recruited, a big name on the circuit? So what gave you all that confidence like that? You just knew I'm gonna make it, even like you said, playing professionally overseas, like
God,
because
bro.
even a lot of people look at that like
God, bro.
if you don't go to the
I'm a
NBA, people look at it like it's a failure, but nah, like I'm gonna go overseas, I'm gonna play. So you had a lot of confidence in yourself, and
right.
I can respect that.
I appreciate it, but I'm telling you, bro, that confidence comes from God. I've
Yeah.
always been like a naturally positive guy. Even when I ask, you can ask anybody that knew me even now, like Justin always has a smile on his face. Justin always has a positive outlook on things. And I think that just kind of carried over, bro. Like I used to like even down, like, it's gonna sound weird, bro, but like even down to my college, I seen me playing at the school before I actually ended up there.
Okay.
Like almost like premonitions, like
Yeah.
while I'm dreaming, I can see colors. I can see me hooping. I can see the colors that I'm hooping in. Don't necessarily know the team name or where I'm going, but I know I'm a hoop.
Yeah.
And if that's in my dreams, bro, like if I wake up, oh, I'm getting to it today. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think that was God's way of telling me, like, hey, son, you're on the right path. Like, we're just gonna make it a little difficult for you because when you do get to tell your story, I'll be able to get all the glory from it because you know what you had to go through to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where it really comes from, bro. Like just having a really big faith, not only in myself, but in God himself, like, and
Yeah.
then really believing that, hey, I can actually do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't a bum, bro. Like,
Yeah.
anybody would tell you I was actually the neighborhood legend. You come play pickup. You come play pickup at White Oaks. Justin gonna be there and he gonna give you some buckets.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just I didn't play like so. Like you said, I just wasn't heavily recruited.
Uh-huh.
I just didn't know any better. Like I was very ignorant to
Mm-hmm.
the business of AU, to the business of college, to the
Yeah.
even down to the business of pro until I became one. So it's just like. Uh, I think that's one of the biggest things too is like if you're gonna go after anything, I don't care what it is, you have to have like an ambiguous perception of yourself.
Yeah.
You look at guys like Patrick Beverly in the league. What does he do in the league outside of bark at people? But he thinks he can
That's
get 40 every night.
that's his
You know what
niche.
I'm
And
saying?
it's crazy you brought his name up
That's
because
it.
when I started this, I like, man, I like players like Patrick Beverly. They grinding, they getting it. So, but like I said, a
Straight
lot of
dog.
people, yeah, he's a straight dog. So, a lot of people look at it and be like, oh, he do a lot of talking and he averaging 20 points a game, but he playing his role and he playing well.
Right. They just don't see the value in that, bro. And it's
Yeah,
like I think that's what it was for me. Like I think part like that's key, bro. I think part of that too is like up until up until college, I was just playing a role.
hmm
Like I look, if you want me to walk up this dude and catch
yeah,
and shoot threes, but you saying I'm gonna play 38 minutes a night,
yeah.
oh, sign me up, bro. As long as I'm on the floor, I'm happy. And we
Exactly.
winning, I'm happy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I had to learn how to become the man, even though like in the park I might have been the man, like people deferred to me all the time, but like
Yeah.
organized basketball, like this real basketball, like I had to learn how to become the man. I had to learn how to organize the basketball. I had to learn how to play a role. And as I was learning that, I think, my sophomore, junior year in college, I started to really blossom as the man because people started seeing the work I was putting in.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, shoot, you put in the most work here, you take the ball.
Exactly.
And I'm so used to calling games, pick up. I'm like, shoot, I'm comfortable now. I'm like, y'all messed up. Y'all don't give me the ball.
So after you left, I know you say you hit a rough patch. I know when you went out to Cali, that was kind of like a rough patch for you. So did you ever get down and be like, maybe this ain't for me, or you just kept that positive attitude and it was like, just a little bump in the road, but I'm still gonna make it.
In public, that positive attitude was on 10. It was in public. But behind those closed doors, bro, it was a struggle, man.
Yeah.
Like for real, bro. Like I'm talking going to military housing, nice housing. Like, you got and my mom working. I got everything I want and need. She as long as I'm pursuing something, I have a roof over my head and food in my stomach. To
Mm-hmm.
going out where I have no family, no friends. I really don't. have a house. Like I went on there on a whim,
Yeah.
like, God, if this is what I'm supposed to do, you're gonna make it happen for me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so when I went out there, uh, one of my little shorties that I was messing with, like we're actually pretty active. Um, she was like, "Hey, like I know you're pursuing basketball. There's a big basketball community out here, and of course, I would like to see you. Like, do you want to come to California? Like, shoot, you can stay as long as you need to." And I was like, "Well, shoot, if you're gonna provide that for me, of course."
Yeah.
And so I gave myself like about a month to find the things I need: housing, job, trainer. I
Hmm.
found all that in like a week and a half, 2 weeks of landing, bro.
Oh
It was
wow.
like so I was like, I gotta stay here. There's
Yeah.
like God is providing it this easily. I gotta stay here. He's
Yeah.
showing me that I need to be here. And so I go in, I have all those things, and things start to go south.
Hmm.
I'm 2 months in, 3 months in, and I have a pretty good situation. Come to find out, one of our roommates was doing some flagrant stuff behind closed doors.
Hmm.
We end up getting kicked out of our apartment.
Damn.
I don't have no money, bro. I don't have no family to turn to. I don't have nothing.
Hmm.
So, but at this point, I've built a few relationships with my trainer and guys around me that see that I really wanted it. I had that dog in me. Like,
Hmm.
so I was like, there's a phrase I live by, bro. A closed mouth doesn't get fed, and I had to be true to that in that moment, bro. Like, I was like, hey Jay, a guy named Jason Williams, Jason Wright,
Uh,
Jay Will, bro, Jay. I called him. I was like, listen, bro, I don't got no crib. I'm staying in Motel 6 right now for 2, 3 days because my brother helped me out to get a
yeah.
couple nights there, so I'm not out in the streets. I don't have anywhere to be. He was like, so what you gonna do if you know what I'm saying, if you can't find a spot? I was like, I'm gonna have to go back home, bro. Like, I have no choice. And he was like, give me a couple of days, let me see. So my brother sent me some money. I stayed in the Motel 6 for like a week. He was
Hmm.
like, maybe that Friday, called me. He was like, Justin, come here at this time. I'm gonna introduce you to the owner of the building that we was training at, and he has a proposition for you. I go. We end up. He ends up giving me an office space. What actually it was JW's office space, and he
Uh,
turned it into a room.
mm,
You know, and it was looking back at it, it was such a blessing, bro.
yeah.
But I didn't know how to take it. One, I'm struggling. And two, I'm living in an office space, bro. Like, no windows. It's like
Yeah.
literally a small little 4x4 little thing. The only thing around me, I'm surrounded by greatness. Steph posters of Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Magic,
Mm,
Mike. I'm surrounded by all these greats. So like, that was the only like in that first year or two, that was the only thing that like kept me going. I was like,
yeah.
I am surrounded by these great. What would they do? And so I would wake up every morning, bro, and just get to work. Um, and yeah, bro, like I was out of a job, bro. I was in that spot for like 4 years, bro.
Damn.
And it didn't, yeah, it took me like a year and a half to realize, like, hey, this is actually truly a blessing. I get to go downstairs. There's a
Yeah.
full weight room. I'm talking everything you need: squat rack, weights, machines, cardio, whatever you need downstairs. As soon as I wake up, downstairs, and then you go to the back, there's 11 basketball courts and a shooting gun, bro. I have no choice but to be
Oh, you ain't had
good.
no
Like, I
excuses.
got none, none. So like the after that year and a half of kind of sulking, still getting to the workouts, but when I was able to embrace my situation was when basketball really started changing for me. That after that year and a half, um, I was brought onto a Drew League team.
Mm,
That same year, um, I worked out and got signed to an ABA team that's out here called the Orange County Nova Stars.
mm,
So I was playing with them and then playing with them in the Drew League through the summer. So I'm in and out. There's NBA guys in and out,
yeah.
overseas, like high level overseas guys.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about Frank Nitty,
Oh
my
yeah.
guy, but I'm battling out. I'm meeting up. I'm meeting up with, what I'm saying, we going toe to toe. I'm going to pick up runs. He there, other
Yeah.
guys, some other NBA guys are there, and that didn't happen. But again, that didn't happen to me until I was able to embrace my situation. Like,
Hmm.
bro, dude, you get to wake up and only think about basketball, bro. Like you're
Yeah.
living the dream you asked. Go do it. Like be a pro before you get paid. Be a
Mm,
pro before you get paid. And so, like, yeah, that year and a half was real eye opening for me because it showed me who I was. Like I'm a resilient dude. I can persevere through some things, bro. Like,
yeah.
and then bro. I got comfortable in there by
Mm.
myself. I got comfortable in that little 4x4 cubicle. You feel me? Like, and that's when things really, like, really took off for me.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's definitely some resiliency right there. You know, a lot of people would have caved and gave in, like, maybe this ain't the life for me. So that's
But I
that's
told
definitely
you,
what's
bro,
up.
I got this ambiguous perception of where I'm supposed to be, bro. So I'm
Yeah,
just like every day, I'm gonna get a call. Every day
yeah,
it felt like that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I'm attacking my workouts. Tomorrow I'm leaving.
yeah,
And it just so happened to be 4 years worth of tomorrows
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
that I was
Hey,
able to
hey,
get my first
patience,
contracts.
patience. What
Patience, you know.
so what was your first pro contract? Like I know you said you went overseas. Was Costa Rica your first? Or
Costa Rica was my first.
okay.
They had a draft. I want to say the first year of lockdown. So right after guys were like kind of coming out of lockdown,
Uh,
it was like 2019. Yeah, 2019. They had a draft. It was like kind of bubble style. Bubble was going on at the time. The bubble
yeah.
style. We're gonna still have our season, and so they gave me an opportunity. I was picked like fourth. I want to say fourth or fifth.
Mm,
And obviously, like it's not the NBA, but I don't care who you are, bro. When you hear your name across, you're supposed to be walk across
hey,
that stage, bro.
yeah.
That joint good, bro. That
Of
joint
course.
feel good,
Hey,
bro.
that's still pro. They're still pro
Yeah,
players,
hey,
so
100%. Look, trust me, I am not taking away from that, but I'm just saying it felt so good because I was
yeah.
like, at this point, I knew that the real work was getting ready to begin. But at the same time, I was able to get over that hump that I had been searching for over 4 years.
Yeah.
And so I heard my name, bro. I said, man, yeah, I don't know what y'all just did, bro. Y'all just unlocked the beach because I was already like this raw talent that nobody understood. You know what I'm saying?
uh,
So y'all gave me 4 years to get better, and
yeah.
y'all giving me an opportunity. Oh, it's real ugly for y'all tonight. Yeah, I ended up going out there, bro. I was averaging 29 a game out in Costa Rica, bro, just going crazy.
Oh, for
I
real?
ended up winning Finals MVP, all that, like just off the strength, bro. Like I'm running off the energy, bro. That's it.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. So yeah, so how many was it like a full league? How many games in a season?
Um, at that particular time, it was like 16 games.
Okay.
So I was there 3 or 4 months.
Uh,
I was there about 3 or 4 months with like a 2 or 3 week break in between
okay.
games and then playoffs, obviously.
Uh,
Uh, but now I ended up going back to Costa Rica last last spring
uh,
or this past spring that just and they had like we played about 20 games.
okay.
Um won my first championship as a pro.
Congrats. That's what's
Um
up.
and
Congrats.
just thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been
Yeah.
a long, long journey. So, I've taken all the wins, bro.
So you still playing over there, or what you doing now? Like I know it's probably what is off season over there, or
So for me personally, I just right after that season in Costa Rica, I went to Mexico and played in the SIPA Pack.
okay.
Took that team to the finals. We ended up losing in the finals.
Hmm.
I've been home for like 2 weeks, but right now the goal was to kind of get my body back under me. Cause I went
Uh-huh.
3 seasons straight. I went from Ecuador. No, sorry, I went 4 seasons straight. I went from Ecuador to Mexico to Costa Rica back to Mexico.
Okay.
I didn't really have a break. Like
So you've been getting it in.
my break was that. That's how I was thinking. Like my break was at 4 years. Let me go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you've been getting it in. So you just been doing a lot of training right now, or
Yeah, just just getting my body together.
Uh,
Weight room, obviously that's a must. If you're gonna be a pro, you got to be in that weight room.
yeah.
In season as well. And then I get my on court work two
Mm,
times a day. So,
okay.
I'm hitting about 3 workouts a day and just kind of letting my body rest, doing some yoga on Saturdays, get my body to be nice and limber,
Hmm.
and just preparing for whatever opportunities next.
Yeah. So I know you told me earlier you coaching the younger players now, training now.
Actually, that became one of my hustles, bro. During that four
Yeah.
years, that was how I was able to stay afloat. So I've been actually coaching kids for 6 years now.
Okay.
A lot of the kids I'm training right now are some of my older clients.
Uh-huh.
I've built a big relationship with them, and like I think in this moment, it wouldn't be fair for me to take on any new clients because like you know how it is, bro. I could be gone tomorrow and gone for
Mm,
10 months, or I could
yeah.
be in 3 months here and come back for a week and then 3 months again. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I didn't think it was fair to any of my new clients. You know how, like I love this game, bro. So I'm not going to shortchange you
Yeah.
for an experience to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like I teach it the right way. I teach it the same way it was taught to me. It
Hmm.
obviously it's free game, but
Yeah.
it's like I try to make sure I instill to these kids more than just basketball rules. This is
Yeah.
rules for life. These are things you can use for the rest of your life. And I wholeheartedly believe in that because I've had the rules I'm teaching or the life lessons that I'm teaching are from my own experiences. I
Yeah.
had to do certain things. I had to be disciplined. I had to get up because if I didn't, I'd just be a skills trainer at this point. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it was never my goal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny you say that. Man, I got a homeboy, matter of fact, from Norfolk. We grew up together. He played at Northview too. But we always say that man, sports can teach you a lot about life. Like you said, that discipline, uh,
Hmm.
that confidence, just give you confidence in life. In whatever you're doing. Like you can be a former player. Like I said, you may not even play college ball, but just playing that organized
If you
ball
play,
team sports, it just give you that confidence
it's
to
a
be able
different
to
feeling, bro.
tackle anything that's in front of you. So
Anything you want to do, bro, you can achieve it because you and it obviously it teaches you social skills too because you
yeah.
have to be able to like basketball, especially basketball, you have to be able to communicate, bro.
Hmm.
Look, the most winningest teams in all in NBA history communicate the most. They hang out every day. They
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You're gonna through this game, you're gonna build friends for life, whether you play basketball for the rest of your life or not. Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
have the like that's what I love about sports, bro. It gives you that freedom to be who you really are. Like who I see on the court is who you really are in life, for real, for real.
Yeah.
Like if you lazy at something you say you are, bro, you go. I know you lazy at the other stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's like it reflect, and vice versa. If you're a hard worker, I know when you step off this court, you're going to do the same thing. So it teaches. It really truly teaches you a lot about not just yourself, but the people that you want to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely respect your grind, your hustle, man. Because like I said, it takes a special person to have that type of confidence like that. Like you said, when I wasn't heavily recruited. One of my first interviews I did with a coach up in New York at a boys school, not school, Coach Nabro Allen. But he said, when he recruit his players to colleges, he recruit what they're good at. Like you say, you're a 3-and-D player. You may not get to that next level and be the number one option, a 20-point per game scorer, but whatever it is you're great at, own it. So, like, I just respect that confidence, and like that next level,
Right.
I'm a take it and use it to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? So, and I hope and I know you are like you teaching the kids that you coaching that training skill, like whatever y'all great
Right.
at, hey, take that to heart and use it to the best of your abilities.
Yeah. Work on that, and then through that, it'll show you some of your weaknesses, strengthen those weaknesses so they can
Exactly.
become strengths,
Yeah.
strengthen your strengths, you and then you'll always be good. Like
Yeah.
I think people try to reinvent the wheel too much, and it's like, bro, the fundamentals of basketball will always be the fundamentals of basketball. I don't
Yeah.
care who's playing. It could be humans, robots, 6 foot, 5 foot. It's
Yeah.
going to be the fundamentals, bro. And so let's teach the fundamentals and let's keep the confidence with the things they do well, and
Hmm.
then show them how they could be better at the things they don't do so well.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I think working with the kids also taught me that level of patience too. So,
Mhm.
like I think if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have made it this far, because they used to push me, bro. Because like you know how it is, bro. Like I'm not about to teach a kid something that I'm not myself going to go do.
Exactly.
And some of my kids used to come to my ABA games, and they're like, we go to the next day of practice, and they're like, Coach Jesse, you remember that box out you missed? You know what I'm saying? You remember
Yeah.
that aside? Like you said, you're supposed to X out on this possession. Like, why you didn't do that in the game? And I
Yeah.
gotta be straight up with it. I was like, listen, bro, I was tired. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, you gotta be honest with the kids, because they're gonna be brutally honest with you.
They're gonna hold you accountable too.
And so, like, I've been, man, and like again, like they're like one of the bigger reasons why I'm so professional when I'm on the, like, you're not gonna see me do a lot of like fancy stuff. Like it seems fancy if I do it, like I might throw a behind the back pass, or but like all those things that I do are things that I know are happening. I've seen the game so much,
Yeah.
and with those kids holding me accountable at my games, like I'm gonna do the even smaller details. Like I am
Hmm.
gonna box my man out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make sure you don't get that rebound. I don't care if you 5'6" and I can just jump over you. You're gonna get boxed out.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make sure that I put a hit test every shot. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
sure that I'm in proper help side. And when I do it, doesn't matter how tired I am, I'm gonna make sure that I'm sprinting to that spot, because that's what I taught my kids. And if my kids are watching that game, like that's how I think. I'm like, if my kids are watching this game right now, what would they say about that defensive possession? I
Exactly.
gotta get right.
Yeah.
I gotta get right.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna call you trash. They're gonna call you trash.
They definitely gonna do that. But
Uh, it's
I
been
can't let
definitely.
I can't let you go without you from 757. So I gotta what's who's some of the best athletes out of 757 that you can name? We always had these debates, me and my friends. Like so,
Anybody I've seen, or just in
no,
general?
just anybody
Okay,
you
so we already
seen
know Allen.
played
We already
against.
know Allen Iverson is up there.
Oh yeah,
He
oh
might
yeah,
be number one.
yeah, yeah,
Then you got Kent Bazemore,
yeah.
and then I gotta go with my OGs, bro. BJ Jenkins was a dog. Oh my goodness, watching him play, like he played in the G League, but like watching him play, bro. He the
Uh,
only player I've ever seen get a quadruple double.
dang,
You know what I'm saying? Like he was
yeah,
like, bro, he was next level, bro. Like can shoot the
yeah,
piss out the ball, handle
yeah,
the rock, play
yeah.
defense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Uh,
that fourth stat was steals, 10 steals now. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like boy was getting after it.
yeah.
And and then if we're talking about just freak athletes, Justin Hunter got to be thrown in there.
Mhm.
He went to
Ocean
Ocean
Lakes.
Lakes.
Yeah.
Um, yep, y'all know Percy Harvin.
Oh yeah.
Boy, he not a basketball player, but that boy can hoop.
Hey, look, I was hoping you was gonna
That-
I was hoping you was gonna bring his name up because I think he get left out a lot when we talk about the best players, best athletes who come out of that area. You know, they always talk about Iverson, Michael Vick, uh,
yep.
but Percy Harvin, he did it all: hoop,
People don't talk
football,
about that
track.
enough, bro. He was, and not just doing it all, winning at it. You know what I'm
The
saying? Like,
best at it all.
right. And it was like watching that caliber of athlete play your sport.
Yeah.
It's like, man, bro, I need to go on your whatever you doing, bro. I need to be doing, bro, because clearly I should not work it.
Yeah.
But like people do really undermine like the level of athletic, like bro, 94 feet,
Yeah.
Percy Harvin was, bro, top level.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy. His name don't get thrown around enough, like
Yeah.
because we do have pure hoopers out there. So he gets left out because he went to the NFL, which is cool.
Uh,
But man, it's one of them things like you had to be there to see it. Like,
yeah, I gotta remind
bro,
people.
94 feet was a blur.
Yeah, I gotta remind people a lot. Like, don't forget about Percy Harvin. But I gotta put in my top three. I put him, Iverson, and Ronald Curry.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that.
That'd
Kent
be my
Allen
top
and Kent
three.
Bazemore because you know you know what I'm saying, like I gotta go with my guys, bro. But you know, it's just people don't realize, bro. Like the DMV area, like
Yeah.
everybody talk about, you know, the Carolinas for hoop, like the
Hmm.
DMV area really got them hitters, bro. Like
Pound for pound,
it's
that
almost like
yeah, pound for pound,
say that
they
again.
top three. They put out athletes.
We put out athletes now, like
Yeah.
you know, it's just like we got the same. It's on a smaller scale now, but it's like
Mm.
we got the same caliber. Like if we talking about hoop community, if
Uh-huh.
we just go into our hoop community, they battling with the kids here in California and New York and Miami.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they battling with these kids, like
Yeah.
we're hoopers, like
Yeah.
purists,
Florida. Yeah,
and you
Florida,
know we
all
don't
that.
get thrown that Florida, Texas, you know,
Mm.
we don't get named, we don't get thrown in that conversation enough. People don't
Yeah.
realize like where do you think Kevin Durant from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he
Yeah.
from our area, bro.
Yeah, he from
Yeah,
up
that's
here,
one of
PG
ours
County.
now.
Yeah, he from up this way.
He from PG, right? People don't talk
Yeah.
about that enough, you know. We got hitters, bro, and it's like, you know, like if you can make it out of Virginia, you know, DC, Maryland, if you can make it out of those places for hoop, oh, you're
Yeah.
well prepared.
Oh yeah.
You're well
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate your time, man. And like I said, I respect the grind, the hustle. It take a special person that been through what you've been through and still got that dream, that belief, and we can tell you love the sport. You just love the hoop, straight hooper. Like I like those type of
Yeah,
players. So I definitely
I
commend you,
appreciate you,
salute you
man.
on all that. Yeah.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you for even having me and considering me to be on this podcast with you, bro. Like I've been seeing you guys doing some work with some of my guys around the world, and it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
now I get to be a part of it too. So it's like it's a blessing, like, you know, to
Yeah.
help grow your brand and, you know, show kids like, you know, that may have similar situations as me that, you know, it's
Hmm.
still possible. So, you know,
Yeah.
anything I can help you, just let me know.
I definitely appreciate it. Like you said, man, like everybody don't get the red carpet drawn out for them, man. Get them everybody knocking at their door. So, some people it take that extra work, that extra grind, grit. So I definitely salute you. And like I said, I definitely be
Yeah,
sharing your
100%.
journey, broadcasting you, man, and having people following you just to get that inspiration, that motivation.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. You just let me know, man. I'll always be repping 15th man, bro. I appreciate you guys for having me. You know, it's definitely a blessing to be able to share my story. Like you said, just to kind of, I want to be able to inspire the next generation. You know, because we live in a world right now where, you know, people believe it. There's a lot of lack right now, and that's just
Mm.
that's simply not true. You know,
Yeah,
and I believe that everybody can get a piece of the pie. It's just, you know, it's about knowledge and obviously, you know, who you know, and
yeah.
so, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, the kids get from this what they're supposed to.
All right. All right, man. Yeah, it definitely was nice on rapping with you, man. I appreciate your time, and we'll definitely be in contact some more. And like I said, I'll be sharing your journey with others, and definitely appreciate your time, though.
Yes, sir, Mike, man. I appreciate you. Thank
All
you,
right.
15 man, for having me on. Until next time.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.